And then I want to continue with the aftercare, because he'll go to SATA for however long it is, assuming he completes it successfully, does it, he gets into aftercare, and we maintain hands on him until aftercare is completed. If he completes it, if he doesn't, right back to SATA for once again. We just did it with someone else, right? And we're going to continue to do it until he's clean. We're going to beat it. One beats the right in.
I take it I can't work something out with the state. Thank you, Judge.
Do one thing, two things, technically. Don't pick up a new case and stay clean.
So
You've not done that. You repeatedly use over and over. You tested.
This is huge. A bond violation. When a judge orders stay clean, it's not a suggestion, it's legally binding. Testing positive for drugs here isn't just a mistake, it's breaking the deal that let him stay out of jail in the first place. What do you think? Should someone get multiple chances? Or is one strike enough?
Positive for cocaine on when?
That was 11/22.
I sent you for a drug test today. You tested positive for marijuana. What else?
Just marijuana.
Just marijuana. When in prior tests, you didn't test positive for marijuana. So you are now using that as well. What am I supposed to do, Mr. Wyckoff?
I can't tell you now what to do. I mean, I ate some gummies. I messed up.
I'm sorry. I got to take you in. I don't know what else I can do, you know? Joseph, do you have anything to add?
Yes, Judge, I don't know. I admonished Mr. Wyckoff early on about, the strictness of his bond conditions and not to use any illegal substances. And I'm not quite sure where the disconnect came from, but he's, had that positive test. And then you say you tested positive today as well?
Yeah. And the thing is that I would venture a guess that of all the cases that you have and that you've had with us since 2011, how much have been involved because of this one way or the other? When you get clean, good things happen. But I can't. I got to take you in. It goes with you. All right.
I'll get a bond.
Of course, I will. I'm going to set your bond at 5,001. Okay. All right. You want a license? Shh. Do you have liability insurance in your name? You have car insurance. Okay. What do you do for a living, man?
I'm sorry.
What do you do for a living?
Operations expert.
What does that mean?
I work for Anthem Blue Shield. My position is operations expert.
And how much money do you make a month?
Did you catch that? A straight up admission. In court, confessions can change the entire game. But here's the twist. Even with her admitting it, the prosecutor still needs medical records and supporting evidence. This isn't just about guilt. It's about proving the level of harm to decide if it's a misdemeanor or a felony. Wild, right?
I'm on FMLA right now, so I'm not working necessarily full time due to that.
So how much money do you have coming in a month? Okay, we're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. I want you to understand that if I find that you're driving like this, I'm going to take your privilege to drive away from you. You're going to sign an order today promising us that you're not going to drive recklessly, no racing, driving in this manner. If I find that you do, I'll tell you, living in a city as big as Houston without the ability to drive really blows. So don't. All we want our streets to be safe. Do you understand me? Okay. I'm going to have you sign a reset with Ramona. After that, we'll just have you take a seat. When we get your bond conditions, we'll have you sign it, and then you'll be on your way, man.
Question, Judge. If I'm not able to hire an attorney,
You make quite a bit of money. You have to qualify for an appointed lawyer, be at or near the poverty line. And when you make a lot of money like you do, which is great, I can't just appoint your lawyer. We don't give them like candy because I have a limited amount. And if they can only take so many cases. And if I give you one, I might not have one for another person who really, really needs it, you know? So we'll give you time though, and you'll have plenty of time. And remember, there's like a gajillion and one lawyers in Harris County. Negotiate with them. Say, you know, hey, I can pay this much. 90% will put you on a payment plan, and don't take up a first blush. We negotiate with them. They say, okay, I'll charge you this much. Okay, well, I can do this much, and then I can pay as we go, you know, a couple $100s a month, and then but remember, it's like buying a car. Don't go to a Ferrari dealership. Don't go to Bugatti. Go to what? Okay? Okay, man, please, don't leave until you sign our bond conditions. And if you can file no reckless driving, no racing.
Yes, Judge.
Et cetera.
Yes,
Please. Okay, please. You speak English, ma'am? Thank you. Ma'am, you were charged with 2 counts of assault. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine on each of those cases. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
On November 29th, 2024, officers were dispatched to an apartment complex regarding a disturbance and unknown weapon call for service. Upon arrival, the officers met with 2 complainants and a witness who advised that the defendant is their cousin. The first complainant advised that after the defendant called her downstairs, the defendant pulled her hair and pulled her to the ground. The defendant then assaulted the first complainant with a closed fist multiple times on the left and right side of her head, causing pain. The second complainant advised that after she saw the defendant kicking the first complainant's head, she attempted to stop the defendant. However, the second complainant was hit from behind by a second defendant with a closed fist on the left side of her face, and then proceeded to get assaulted by both the defendant and a second defendant, causing her to feel pain. The witness stated he was hit by the second defendant when he observed both complainants getting assaulted and attempted to separate the parties from fighting. The witness advised he saw the first defendant hitting both complainants with a closed fist and kicking them in the head and on the body. The defendant admitted to assaulting the complainants, and the officer observed visible swelling and markings on the complainants' faces.
Is there a co-defendant?
I couldn't see anything connected, Judge. when I
No, Your
looked
Honor, there's no
yesterday.
connected cases, Your
Yeah,
Honor.
so I spoke to one of the complainants yesterday because the other one only speaks Spanish, so I can only speak to one of them. And she said that for some reason, the police only filed charges on this defendant because she admitted to it. I believe is what happened, but also, Judge, I just wanted you to be aware that there were like major injuries sustained by the witness and one of the complainants, and they were all
bad?
checked out by HFD and all were checked out by HFD, and 2 were transported to Memorial Hermann Hospital Southeast for further evaluation.
I mean, serious bodily injury to where a felony can be filed?
It depends, I need to request the medical records, Judge.
Was alcohol or drugs, did that play a part?
Not from what I'm aware of, Judge. It just seems like the defendant came to their father's home, which is where the complainants were, and then demanded that one of the complainants come outside and then she started beating on her.
Is there a familial relationship? Because it's charged as just an assault. Was it a
So-
family member?
So the 2 complainants and the witness are all siblings, and they're cousins with this defendant and
Yeah.
the 2 others that were involved on the other hand.
Yeah.
So it is a family relationship, Judge. The complainant does want no contact and to recognise restriction.
Okay. Ms. Moreno, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have contact with any of the complaining witnesses in this case. Do you understand? I'm ordering you not to go back to this location, and I'm ordering you not to be in possession of weapons. How old are you, ma'am? You are 17 years old. Are you a United States citizen? I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I'm telling you now, I'm going to put you in jail. If you don't have anyone to pony up 5 to 10,000, you're going to be stuck in jail. I don't want to have to do that, but I want you to understand that I'm going to protect my public at all costs. Do you understand? You know what? I'd like to send her for a drug test right now.
Yes, sir.
I'm sending you for a drug test. If you fail the test, if you fail to come back, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. You understand? I'm gonna have you go take a drug test. We're gonna have you come back, and then I'm gonna have you talk to a lawyer here momentarily. Do you understand? Come back, because if you don't, I will issue a warrant, man. Okay, just take a seat, man. Good morning, Mr. Johnson. Sir, you're charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. Officers were dispatched to a disturbance at a residence in Harris County, Texas. The complainant, the father of the defendant, told the officers that the defendant was being aggressive toward him and other guests because he was intoxicated. The complainant advised the defendant does not live at the house and was temporarily sleeping on the couch. The defendant began yelling at the officer and quickly approached him. The officer detained the defendant. In the living room, the officer observed damage to the wall and rug, as well as broken dishes. The damage was approximately $800.
Damage? I didn't hear.
I'll check the damages. I see that he told the officer the defendant was being aggressive toward him and other guests, and the officer observed damage to the wall and rug. And let me.
Wonderful. Who did that?
There was I apologize. There was
It's
a
okay.
witness, I think it was the defendant's brother. So the complainant, the owner of the house, had stepped out of the house. And then while he was out, the witness, the brother, observed the defendant, break dishes and punch holes in the wall.
Okay, so you have a witness that puts him breaking the stuff.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, all right. Mr. Johnson, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm now ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. I want you to understand one thing and hear me clear, Mr. Johnson, that if I make your bond $5,000 to $10,000 because you violate conditions and you don't have anyone to pony up that kind of money, you will be stuck like Chuck until this thing is over with. So consider this when you're out there in the free world. Because if I find that you violate these conditions, you go back to this house, you start breaking more property, I'm going to put you in custody and I'm going to make your bond high. You understand?
Sure.
How old are you, sir? What do you do for a living?
I'm a caretaker for my brother. My brother's legally bond, so caretaker for him.
You earn money from the state for doing that.
Sure.
How much money do you earn money from the state?
It's $900 a month.
How much time does that take of your day to take care of? And how old is your brother?
Brother is 33. Takes about 4 hours, 5 hours a day.
A week?
A day. 4 5 hours a day. Yes, sir.
Did you want to apply for a court-appointed lawyer, sir?
Sure.
Okay. I'm absolutely serious when I mean no drugs, no alcohol. I'm telling you now, I'm going to test you like crazy. And if I find that you're using, especially while you're getting paid by the state, if I find that you're using, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? Take note, because heed this warning, sir. All right, I'm going to have you, Stephen's going to give you an application. I'm going to have you sign a receipt with Victoria. We're going to have bond conditions created for you. You will sign for these conditions and then we'll find your lawyer, sir. Come on. Oh, wait. Sorry. You're not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. You're not to go back to this house. Do you understand?
Sure.
You're not to be in possession of any weapons as well.
I will say, Judge, I did speak to the complainant, his father. He does want to continue to have contact. He said that the defendant has apologized and he's not letting him stay there anymore, but he would like to be able to have contact with him.
You know, Mr. Johnson, there are people in this life that when they drink and when they use, they become very happy people and they're fun to hang around with. You know, they're the life of the party. They make jokes. They're great. And then there are those that when they consume, they develop horns. They are not nice. They start to be aggressive. They beat everybody up. If this is you, then don't use. Do you understand? Because if you cannot control yourself, because I'm going to tell you now, 90% of the people that we have, no self-control. And it gets worse when we start using. You understand? Okay. I will allow contact, but you're not to have any threatening or harassing contact with the complaining witness in this case. What is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what you think. I could give a rat's ass what you think. It's how they perceive. So if I go like this, it could be very well threatening or harassing. So if you go back home and we find that you start acting like this, I'm going to put you in custody. You understand?
Say something?
Sure. I don't want to talk about the case. I'm just giving you the expectation of how we are going to move forward. That's it. I just be nice. It's not hard. And if consuming makes you devilish, don't. Got it? All right, come on. Morgan, what do you say?
And there's the gut punch. A DWI doesn't just wreck your driving record, it can crush your job prospects, housing applications, even your travel plans. Imagine losing opportunities for years over one bad night. Have you seen cases where the punishment sticks with someone longer than the crime itself?
What say you as far as?
I don't think that would be necessary, Judge. He said that he can still visit the house, he just can't stay there anymore.
You know what I am going to do? Come over here. I'm entering this protective order. This protective order identifies Mr. Madden as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon. This usually comes with a residential restriction, so you cannot go back to the house. I will take that off so that you can go back. But I'm telling you, you now have a protective order in this case. So if you threaten, if you harass, they now can file a new case on you, a violation of protective order. And if you get one of those, I'm telling you, things will go sideways extremely quick. You understand? Okay. Okay, Joe.
Judge, I've got Jared Matthew Romero. He's on a DWI PTI. He's completed just about everything on there except for the restitution, and that's why PTI is asking for a 6-month extension.
Romero, come up.
He had $3,846.35 in restitution. He has $2,200 of it. He's in the
paid or
well, he saved it because they want it all in one payment. So he has $2,200 saved. So he only
how do
needs.
you know?
I'm sorry?
How do you know?
That's what PTI reported on their email, Judge. That's what they're telling me.
I haven't seen it.
Okay. I think it was, you might have been CC'd on it, but if not, I can forward it to you. But I sent it to Victoria.
You want to go to jail. You're begging for it. I'm telling you, you're begging for it. You're not in compliance. And when people don't comply, we have one, I mean, you just saw what happened.
Judge, he was in an accident, so he was out of work for a while. He's also in the Marine Corps Reserves. So that's where he's drawing payment or pension or whatever. But I mean, he's trying. He's only $1,600 away. I mean, they were asking for 4,000. Nobody has 4,000 just to cough up right away.
I get it, Joe, and I'm with you. But what I would like to see is a faithful monthly or bi-weekly payment into some kind of registry so that we know he's serious about completing it. I'm just not going to reset it for 6 months and for hopes and prayers and gumdrops and dreams that he gets it done. We've tried that. We've given him an entire year, right? Or at least, I mean, it's 587 days. We're still, I'm not doing that. Now I have to micromanage, right? Because you're not able to do it on your own. So let's figure out, you tell me what is a good amount bi-weekly that he can put into some kind of registry so we know he's serious. And Joe, I'm not asking for hundreds and thousands, right? But something reasonable so that we know he's serious. The next time you fail me, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? I don't know how else to put it to you, but I'm going to tell you now, a DWI conviction is completely going to hose you for just damn near anything. I have people that come here that tell me they can't get an apartment because they get a DWI. They can't go to Canada because they have a DWI. They can't get a loan for a house because they have a DWI. They want to go to Cash Pawn America to get speedy cash, denied. So it really does affect you, not to mention how much your insurance is going to skyrocket. It's stupid silly how bad a conviction will hose you. So I guess just let me know what you think, you know?
Because he's done everything else, the classes and everything else.
Right.
This is the only hangup is the money.
Right. So I just want to, let's find what's reasonable, Joe, and I'm down. I'm going to give you the time. Right. It's not a question. But I want a good faith effort on his part that he's actually paying, not just a hope for it and set off 6 months. So you let me know, and I'm happy to do it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please. All right.
Yeah.